I don't care what anyone says. Roachy is a genius and he's amazing. Thank you, Roachy. How are you doing today?
Yeah, quite stressful, as you're aware, Ashley. About 10 minutes ago, I was sat on
What's
the
so
toilet.
stressful? Tell me about it.
Partly because my stomach suddenly went, "Oh yeah, you need to empty out all the stuff that you've eaten today, you fat piece of rubbish," and did that.
Oh,
And then you're like, "Can you help me?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And then it turns out that I'm just as com- less computer savvy, especially today. And then we figured it out.
there's no there that first of all, that is categorically incorrect. What you just said. You are 100% more computer savvy than me. And I was telling you, don't rush. Let the haters wait. So what we're
What
going to be
haters?
discussing today, I'm sorry, Lev, what'd you say?
I, I, I said, what haters? There's no haters,
Let
actually.
the haters wait. That was advice from my sister. So when you were kind of stressing out about the video, I was like,
Mm.
don't stress, relax, let the haters wait. Most of these people don't like us. That's okay. Um, or they do in a Down syndrome sort of way. So what we're going to be covering today. Hi, Dan. Nice. Sorry, Dan. I keep doing that. Hi, nice podcast, stupid. Hi, Dan. I really did try to send you $2 last night for fun, but I couldn't figure it out. Hence, Rochi is the technical genius over me. So, what we're going to be reviewing today is when did this happen, Rochi?
This happened last Sunday, man, on Blue
Dan
FM.
covered it last night. You should check out Dan and Win by Two. What is it? Win by Two Radio, the DiCaprio guy. They covered it last night. And I just this is the first time I saw it last night, and I this might not be as funny today, guys. Preamble. I was so stoned last night. I was like, wait, what is happening? So, Rochi, what day was this? This clip we're gonna
So,
play and react to?
so this was Sunday, uh, around about 9:30 my time at night, around about 4:30 New York time, right? We do a weekly double review, and Quadfather decided to send a link to Shmuel Buckman because I believe the night or 2 nights prior, you had Stuttering John on, and this is
The
the
night before. I had him on Saturday night, if I'm not
oh,
mistaken.
and Ashley, shout out to Pest. He was the person that clipped this. So thank you, Pest, for clipping this video. Thank you.
Thank you, Pest. So we should just play it and we'll pause it as we go. If you guys have questions, how do you get to this stuff? Hi, Sam Bibley. You'll remind me about the super chats, yeah? Um,
Yes, I certainly will tell you
thank you.
about super chats
Thank you,
if
sir.
they come in. So,
If
so sorry, Ash. You can press play on this video and you can pause it. You can have control of it, and so do I apparently. So yeah.
well, that's an interesting thing that was not known the other day, was it?
Uh,
His
uh.
face. That's
Oh,
fucking gross. Yeah.
true, true. All right. We got Spiel. Damn, you're fast, Spiel. Even on the road, he's fast, folks. He's coming in
Uh,
hot. Let's go.
I just pulled over, so I had made a turn, and here I am.
Turn
Am
for
I
the.
echoing?
No, you're
No.
good.
Okay, cool. Roachy, it wasn't your decision to make. You didn't have to block me in the chat. You blocked me in the chat. You're a pussy.
It was a
Okay, hold on. Before we go any further,
yes, man.
Shmuel does get very upset as it goes on. Rochi, I wasn't
Hmm.
watching like the chat per se, but you know that I sent him the link. And also, to be fair, and I did invite Shmuel on the stream, so he doesn't have a link, but I texted him. Um, he could have texted me, right?
Well,
I
so
mean, like,
I
because he's saying that you blocked the chat because of your wrench as a moderator.
right. So what's weird, Ashley, is before I jump forward to today, right? He claimed that he couldn't get your attention in StreamYard. He
But how did
called you.
someone get attention in StreamYard?
So,
Like,
so Ash, if you look on the right hand side of the screen right now, where we're at,
yes,
it
sir.
says comments and private chat, right?
Why?
So,
Just
if,
hi,
if for
Echo.
example, if I were to type out hi in the private chat, right, as I spelled that wrong, which is typical of me, right, you'll see that it will say one comment on the private chat, yeah, and you can click on that on the browser as we are on StreamYard. As it turns out today, I've just discovered that Ashley didn't realise Roachy is not on screen. Anyway, I'll let you read that, Phil.
Wait, you're not on screen right now?
I am now, yes. But earlier, before we went live, you went, it says that I can remove you.
Come on. Save it for later.
Time out for 5 minutes and you spiraled.
Because what difference does it make whether I spiraled? You fucked up Ashley's show.
What? How did I fuck up Ashley's show?
I thought you were talking.
We knew what we were doing, but you decided you were going to be the boss of her show. You decided you were going to be the boss of her show. It was just cowardly, man.
You got timed out in a YouTube chat, Shmuel Buckman. You were backstage on StreamYard. You could have been brought up on the show.
Because she couldn't figure out how to do the StreamYard, and she thought she'd sent me the link, and I sent a YouTube.
Okay, so I just want to say for the record, I do love Buckman. I don't have a problem with him, but I've never seen this version of him. She couldn't figure out StreamYard. I mean, Roachy, you got the link. No, that was a different night. I mean, I've successfully sent links since I've been using StreamYard, correct?
Yeah. So what's funny with
I don't have old links. I beg your pardon?
So what's funny with this is, do you feel that I messed up your stream with Stutter and John?
No, I wasn't even watching, but apparently he called me dumb. And I think that is a nice, I mean, depending on the context, like the bottom line is I don't think you would have timed him out if it wasn't something that you felt was rude, right?
And also, actually, I'm sure you can clarify this, right? And that's another word that I always use a lot, by the way, Shmuel. Use that against me. I said to you immediately, right? By all means, take this wrench away from me. Like, I don't want to be a mod in your chat if it's going to cause an issue between.
Well, let's be clear about that. You said that not regarding this. You said that with another person, just a random person that was like, take Roachy off. And I was like, give me one reason. That was like a week ago. And then you said, and I got kind of, I have to tell you, my response to you was kind of like, do you want your roach taken away? Fine. You don't have to have, like, I get like, what, you don't want to be with me? Take it away. Fine, I'll take it away. But I mean, you don't bother me and I trust you. So again, if I want to take someone's imaginary tool away, I'll do it.
You heard it here first. Ashley wants to take away my tool.
Chat, which you blocked me from so she couldn't see it. Because you wanted to be the gatekeeper. You made a decision.
Okay, explain to me what this means. You wanted to be the gatekeeper.
So I think he's trying to say that me timing him out in the YouTube chat stopped him being able to join the show with you and John. But what Shmuel doesn't understand is he was already backstage in StreamYard. I had no control.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I sent him the link that was so you guys, I am not super technical savvy. So you can be like, oh, she probably sent the wrong link. I don't have links stacked up. Like when I do it, I send it to the phone, I send it to the person, I send it to my own email, and then I copy, like what I did with Roachy today. I copy paste it and put it on the Twitter message or whatever. So there's no old links hanging around.
Shut up, Roachy. Just shut up for a second. You made a decision. You made a decision.
Have you ever seen him this angry?
On a stream when he was angry with I think Eva, but like nobody's watching it to be honest. That stream.
Also, that I wasn't.
Sorry, Ash.
Did you
just notice what happened there? He called me Shmuel. He said sharp Shmuel, and that's what I just said.
Hold on. Do I need to rewound it?
Yeah, rewind it a little bit.
He said stop it, Shmuel.
Yeah, he said sharp Shmuel.
You made a decision. You made a decision that I wasn't going to do it. That you didn't want me on, so it wasn't going to happen. I mean, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Wait. Shmuel, hold on. Shmuel.
Admit what you did.
Shmuel, you can't run the whole show. No, like Shmuel. Roachy's been on that show like a ton of times, and he can absolutely go on there anytime he wants. I think him and Ashley have that relationship So like for him to worry about going on Ashley's show, I don't think that's a thought in Roachy's mind whatsoever. I'm speaking for you, but tell me that's wrong, Roachy.
No, right. So to clarify, the reason why you were timed out, your chat said Ashley is dumb, cannot pay
I
for
never said
StreamYard,
Ashley was.
and
I did not say that.
Roachy, let's get to the bottom of this. Did he call me dumb or not?
unfortunately, because I'm simple, the only screenshot I've got is me timing him out for 5 minutes. I don't have his
300
YouTube chat.
seconds. I like the math you had on that the other day. 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes.
Yeah. So what's funny, Ash, is I could have sworn he said the best of my knowledge to, like, as I remember it, Ashley Cummings is dumb. She has the free version of StreamYard. She cannot bring me up on stage. And I went, well, you're calling the host dumb.
One
So
thing
I'm
is
timing
true
you out.
there. I have the free version of StreamYard. I am the furthest thing from dumb. What is the other thing?
He said that you didn't know how to bring him up on stage. Now, to be fair to Shmuel, you didn't know how to present this video just now or me on stage. So maybe
I knew how to present you, just not the video. So don't add extra
there you go
things.
then. So then Shmuel is wrong in that case then. Right?
Yeah, let's do the Axl Rose look. All right, I prefer.
I said I think Ashley has free StreamYard, and maybe there's a problem with the guests. That's what I said.
Okay.
I never said Ashley was dumb.
So just to clarify, right? You were timed out in a YouTube chat whilst you were backstage on StreamYard, but yet I'm gatekeeping.
What's the point? If the StreamYard wasn't working and
really
the way to now,
if Ashley,
may I finish a sentence? May I finish a sentence? If the StreamYard wasn't working and the way to contact the host to let them know the StreamYard wasn't working is the YouTube chat, but you chose.
So here's where I got confused last night. And again, I was very stoned, and this might be a lot less funny than it was last night, guys. And I apologize for that. But then again, I'll take a bong hit and make it funny. He could have texted me, Roachy. So the only way to get in touch with him in this conversation, I'm trying. I like Shmuel. I'll just say that. But he could have texted my phone. Right? He could have. I mean, it wasn't just the chat, which I wasn't even looking at. So I don't think you blocked him from anything because I wasn't even looking at the chat.
What's funny, Ash, is I time him out for 5 minutes. It doesn't
300 seconds.
Yeah, but it didn't remove his previous super chats that he'd already made.
And that's the first time he ever super chatted me ever.
Mm-hmm. Also, that night I was giving you money too, partly because I was excited. I went, this has come out of left field. I didn't know Ashley was actually talking to Stuttering John. I assumed you were talking to somebody that you believed was Stuttering John, and that was maybe a troll. And then all of a sudden you go live with Stuttering John on the show, and I'm like, okay, I'm wrong. So I'm like, okay, let's give Ashley some money, and to remind her that guests don't get paid. And as you
Can
said
we
on
back
that
something
show,
up real quick? You thought for how long that I was talking to a fake Stuttering John?
You had said to me before, this is a few months back now when we did a yoga class, that you had spoken to Stuttering John. And I said, be wary of Stuttering John. You know, we've all heard horror stories, blah, 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 whatever. And you said, no, he seems a nice person. And
you were like, that can't be him.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've got my preconceived like ideas of what Stuttering John's like, yeah. And then lo and behold, because I don't know too much about your life, and rightly so, why would I know anything about your personal shit?
I think you know a lot about my life.
Well, yeah, but again, like, let's be honest, Ash, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, by the way, everybody, Ashley messaged me the other day and said that she was in the toilet for 35 minutes. You know, I'm not gonna do that.
That never happened.
See what I mean? Yeah. So I wouldn't do that, right? But nevertheless, so I'm thinking, all right, maybe somebody's messing around with Ashley. She doesn't know. I won't ruin that troll if it's true. Then you go live with John, and I go, well, okay, then I was completely wrong. Don't I look
and I
like
should give Ashley money for the first time ever.
There you go. So, well, there you go, Ash. Right. So there you go. I was wrong. So in that way, I went, here's some money, Ashley. Right. So anybody in the chat, if you were wrong about Ashley, why not give her some money?
Thank you for saying that.
To block me on the YouTube chat, who's not gatekeeping? Ashley will come on and agree with me. You want to send her the link?
Go ahead, send her a link.
You took control of something you decided how to run Ashley's show. That's what you did. Yes, you did. Because what different? Why did you time me out, Roachy? What was no? Let me no.
You're in StreamYard right now.
Roachy,
have a look
Roachy.
on the left-hand side. There's two types of chat, isn't there? There's one called a private chat, one called comments, which is YouTube chat. Yeah. Why didn't you post a message in the private chat?
Because I couldn't. If the fucking link had worked and I could, I would have.
So now you're saying you wasn't backstage on StreamYard.
I feel like he's putting a lot of this on me and then sort of displacing it on you.
Well, what's funny though, Ashley, is he's saying that the link you sent was bad, so he couldn't put a message in the private chat.
I've had 3 people on before. I've had you, Kaz, and myself. We've done it easily.
Well, not only that, like, he doesn't say that he tried that. He doesn't say that he tried the link in a different browser, just in case it was like an issue on his end. But nevertheless, I'll be honest with you, Ashley. After all of this, I've gone, maybe Ashley did send him a bad link. Maybe he was in a different StreamYard link, because he never says that you and John were on stage, as they call it, right? Which we are on right now on StreamYard. So it did make me wonder, well, maybe Ashley did send him a bad link, which is fine, because that's funnier than anything, because that would have meant...
But does it sound like me? Does it sound like
no,
even
it doesn't.
something?
No, it doesn't. But it does sound like you would accidentally do that, right? Not on purpose.
Fair enough.
Which would make it even more funnier, right? Because I then time him out for, like you said, 300 seconds, 5 minutes, and then he just goes on this spiral. Bear in mind, this is his Sunday, right? He's out driving, I don't know, doing grocery shopping. He pulls over to go on a show to cry, no offense, Ashley, over you.
You made me think of a song. Na 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 na, over you. Dun, dun. Is it Rolling Stones? Na na na, get crazy over you. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
No, I don't. I'm not a Rolling Stones fan, but that does sound.
Come on,
like,
you're Axl Rose when you put your hair down.
Yeah, but Axl Rose is in Guns N' Roses, not Rolling Stones fan.
So I've never seen Shmuel like this, and it gets a little interesting. And I did invite Shmuel on here. He doesn't have the link, but he hasn't responded. He has my phone number. A lot of y'all have my phone number. So that's why this was confusing to me, because I was like, I spoke to both of you guys this evening. Sorry, go ahead.
So would you like me to... oh, shit, I just did that wrong. Would you like me to send him a link to this?
Not at this moment, but thank you for asking.
All right, fair enough.
Oh my God. I was backstage on StreamYard. It was not working. That was the point.
Can you be backstage without it working? And then BYB will say, she sent you an old link. That would never happen with me. I am not perfect at figuring things out. It'll take me a second to learn an application like StreamYard or OBS and get everything sorted. But I don't have old links chilling. I get the link. I copy paste it, I send it to myself, and I send it to the people that might be on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like BYB is sweet and all, but that's not what happened. So, and he just said right there that he was backyard and StreamYard. So I think he thinks you had access to StreamYard, which I don't know. I don't think you do, but I think he thinks you kept him from coming on.
And just to clarify,
which is not true.
The only way that I could have access to your StreamYard is if you made me an admin on the back end of StreamYard. And in order
I don't have
to do
any
that,
admins on the back end of StreamYard.
No, but with that, you would have
I'm not
to
sure
send me...
the free StreamYard allows admins. We'd have to find out. No, sorry, go ahead.
No, but even if it did, you would have to send me a link through via email for that. And then I wouldn't have control while I'm watching YouTube on my phone while I've got a wrench in a YouTube chat. That doesn't work like that. There's the one thing that Shmuel doesn't understand: the difference between a moderator in a YouTube chat and a moderator on a StreamYard link.
Is there something preceding this conversation going on with you and Shmuel? I mean, besides you and Ekal like playfully making fun of him and stuff, but is there something deeper that I don't understand?
I think no. Well, so the day before this, Rocco covered Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid, doing a video talking about how Shmuel wanted to be known and is doing things with, like, Comic X and Pat Dixon, like he did, and stuff with yourself, by getting you to come on his show. And is it Ava, whatever that person is, stuff like that. So he had like coverage the day before, right? So if you look at it from the mindset of somebody, and no, I'm not saying Shmuel is this, but let's go with this line of thinking, right? If Shmuel's the sort of person that goes, oh, I want attention. I was covered by one of the biggest shows in the Dabbleverse, Be Dabbling Live the day before. BYB is doing a weekly Dabble review. When I go on, have an argument with somebody, that will be clipped, and then I'll get even more views, and then maybe people will come over and subscribe to me. Now, I don't think that's the case. I think what happened with Shmuel is he got very angry that he wasn't able to get on a show with Stuttering John. Take that for what you mean it for, right? And he then took it out on me because he wasn't able to come on a show with you and give you what for, and then basically tell you that I'm a bad person. But again, what do I know? I generally don't know.
Let's see what happens next, shall we?
Point of doing it on YouTube. But what was your point? What is your value in blocking me? What was your reason for blocking me or timing me out on YouTube? Why did you think it was your job to time me out?
Right.
What difference does it make what I chat?
I have a wrench in a YouTube chat. You called the host dumb.
I did not call the host dumb. I never said the host was dumb.
You did.
Find the fucking chat. 100% it's not that I didn't call her dumb.
You said dumb.
I did not say dumb.
That's all. I didn't.
I did not say dumb.
Real question: were you trolling him a little bit here?
Right at this moment, of course, I'm just making him spiral. I'm telling the absolute truth. But I know that
you are telling the truth, but you're doing it with a trolly twist, right?
Well, because at this moment, I understand that he can't comprehend the difference between somebody that has a moderation in StreamYard and somebody that has a wrench in a YouTube chat. Because there's two different.
I don't have any moderators in StreamYard. I'm probably not even my own moderator.
Well, Ash, there's also two different types of people with wrenches on YouTube, by the way. You know that, right? There's like two different levels on that.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, I know that there's like a general one and a main one. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. So, and at this moment, I've gone, okay, Shmuel doesn't know the difference between these two fundamental things. He thinks StreamYard is YouTube. And to be fair to him, he doesn't use StreamYard. He uses EasyMux. So maybe EasyMux works differently to StreamYard. So there's that too, to be fair to him. So at this moment, I'm like, okay, I just stand my ground, tell the truth. As far as I'm aware, I cannot prove this. I can only go, this is my word. But have I ever told a lie? As far as I'm aware, no. But, by all means, prove me wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
As far as I'm aware, I don't know you to lie. I haven't known you to lie about anything. I've known you to be cheeky and a little bit trolly, but that's it. But in a funny way, like a light way.
There you go. And also, let's be honest.
That's what this place is about.
Well, and what harm come from what I did? Oh, Shmuel got angry.
That's why I'm trying to understand. So I titled the video, Roachy and Ashley react to a reaction. I didn't understand this reaction last night. I was like, I just felt like first of all, I've never seen Shmuel angry or upset like this. Let's just continue because it does get a little bit off the hinges.
Said to me, I was timed out for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
because I was looking for a
300
link.
seconds.
That's what you said.
Yeah, that's the first super chat you made. Did I block that super chat? No. Did I
You
tell Ashley
blocked the
to stop?
second one when I said Ashley must,
No, I
maybe
didn't.
she's
No,
using.
I didn't. Shmiel, no, I didn't. I timed you out in a comment that you made, not the YouTube chat. That the super chat. The super chat still went through.
I made a
It's like he's
comment,
so
which he
angry.
timed
He's
me
like
out.
trying to like keep it together. Thank you, Metal. Roachy, thanks for chatting on Nick's show.
Then I tried to make another super chat, and I was still timed out. So you tell me, Roachy, but I never called Ashley dumb, and that's more annoying me than anything else. So if you want to pull up the,
I literally can't see him calling me dumb, but if you saw it, I don't think you would make that up.
But I'm willing to concede this. I'm willing to say, okay, then I got this wrong. I've got no evidence of him calling you dumb. The only
we can just
screenshot
look
I
at the
took.
chat, you know.
Well, okay, so is there what is this?
I'm not doing it right now.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it
so-
could be easily discoverable information just by going back.
Okay,
I have it public,
so-
so we can look at the chat replay is public.
But the issue with that though,
I'm
Ashley,
not
if you're
doing
talking
that.
about YouTube's end, because I timed him out, that chat won't come up. If you
Oh,
still got, if you still got
copy.
the, if you still got the stream up on StreamYard, you might be able to see it in StreamYard's end.
Well, it's
But
on YouTube. Oh, wait, I guess
Mhm.
that's where you timed it
So
out. So then we'll never even have a way to know.
So now the awkward bit I've got now is what I'm about to say next. After what you
There's
said,
an awkward bit just coming in now. Okay, let's go.
right? What I'm about to say now, Shmuel will say, "You notice Roachy didn't say that until you said we can prove it, but nevertheless, I'm willing to concede this. I cannot prove that he called you dumb, but I can only say this is my word. Partly because I'm too stupid enough not to have screenshot him saying that before I timed him out. I went, how dare he call Ashley dumb in this moment while he is backstage? Bearing in mind, you're doing whatever you're doing with John. I don't know whether you're messing with John. I don't know whether you're doing something so you in your private life with John or any of this. I'm just a viewer, right? And let's be honest, Ash, it's none of my fucking business. Either way, right? None of my business. That being said, I see that. I reacted too quickly. I should have took the screenshot of what he said, then timed him out. Because as you know, the picture that I sent you, or the screenshot, is me just timed him out. Right? It's literally like the third chat up in me on my phone, right? So, anyway.
Well, I was going to say also, please don't feel like you need to be screenshotting things, assuming that people are going to twist it later. So don't even think about that.
Ooh.
Dan, nice podcast, stupid. You and Roach are super together. Just saying. Thanks.
Cheers,
chats. And if I
sorry,
said
Ash, real quick.
that she
How-
was
Yes, sir.
You saying that, the reason why I screenshot it is because I knew Shmuel would react. Now, I didn't think he would react like this. I thought he would react like he did on his own stream. After you did your stream with John, you joined Shmuel's show, right?
I did
And
right
you notice,
after.
if you were watching the YouTube chat, you'll notice I'm chatting away. Shmuel is ignoring me because he's so angry. Because before you went on the show, I'm talking in his YouTube chat. He brings it up and says, Roachy, not now. I'm not in the mood for you. I'm like, okay, so what? Like, I'm just a YouTube chat. What are you talking? Like, there's no need to. Like, for example, we've got number one Josh Denny fan in the chat right now. Yeah, let's say that person was saying something bad about me. It's on me to recognize that person in YouTube chat and mention it. If I don't mention it, nobody knows that's happening unless they're watching your YouTube chat. It's common sense. Anyway.
Numero uno Josh Denny fan will never say anything negative about you here.
Yeah.
Thank you, numero uno. He's been on my channel for a while.
I will apologize 1,000,000%, but you're using the word dumb. I never.
Well, this kind of gave me. I'll just say this, Roach. I'll ask you a question. Have you ever known that you have not called someone a bad name and said, but if I did, I apologize a million times. I would just know I didn't say that about that person.
No, well, this is the thing, though, Ash.
Do you
right?
know what I'm saying? Do you,
Yeah,
like,
100%. Right. So in the relationship between me and you, as long as we've known each other, the first thing you said once we started talking was, "Okay, Roachy, why did you call me the C word?" And my response was to you, "Join the voice chat, and I will tell you why I called you the C word." And then we had a discussion, and then we worked things out. So, like, instead of going, "I didn't call you that," I was upfront and went, "Okay, we can talk, and I'll explain why I called you the C word."
right. And we sorted it out. And I think
Yeah.
most people that have interacted with me know that I'm like that. If I'm gonna speak to you in public or in any other capacity, I'm going to get to know at least a little bit of who you are. Oh, thank you, Mr. Blue Sky. This is $2. Did you want me to give it to $2 Dan? What did you write, Dan, on your thing last night? It was so funny. It was like, not $2 make you holler. It was funny.
Said dumb.
Shmuel, please tell me how I can show that chat that says that you used the word dumb if I
Show
don't
me
have access
how.
to Ashley's YouTube channel or StreamYard, sir.
Well, apparently you don't, right? You did last night. Maybe ask
What?
Ashley. I don't know.
Wait, sorry. So because I have a wrench in a YouTube chat, that means I have control of her StreamYard?
Well, you have control of her YouTube, and if that was the only way I could talk to her, then yeah.
So that's a big statement. You have control of Ashley's YouTube because you timed me out for 30 seconds because I've probably said something not nice. Again, if anyone, I'll ask the chat, if you guys knew that you didn't call someone dumb, wouldn't you say, I know, like I know, like I know I didn't call them dumb? You wouldn't be like, if I did, I apologize a million times. Do you know what I'm saying, Roachy?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's funny to me as well. So just to clarify, again, using that word, I don't have control of your YouTube, right? I can't suddenly
No,
just go
you
live on your
don't,
channel, right?
as far as
Yeah.
I know, and you
No, no,
never
yeah.
have, and you didn't have it on Saturday night.
No, because if I did have control of your YouTube, I'll be honest with you, Ashley, I would have tried to have come on your second show with John, which didn't materialize, but I know you had it advertised. You went live. Was it yesterday you went live, right? And you said, it seems that John's busy. Was it yesterday or the day before? I forget my
2 days
days.
ago,
I
yeah.
get my days. Yeah,
And
get
that
my days
seems
mixed up.
like
Now,
he was busy.
well, this is the thing,
The
though, Ash, right?
Giants were playing.
So, Ash, with me and Ickle, right? I have an admin in his StreamYard, right? That means that I could potentially join any StreamYard link show that he's doing. With that, that means that I could potentially go live on his YouTube channel. But I've never done that because his YouTube channel is called Echo Pineapple. It's not my channel to do so unless I ask him and he agrees, right? It's like
Can you imagine going on Eccles' channel doing a show without telling Eccles? He would lose his pineapple.
Well, Ashley, that's a great idea. Why don't we, after we finish this, let's go live on Eccles' channel while he's traveling back from Europe to the UK and watch
You
how.
do know pineapples can get prickly, right?
Wait, are you saying Eccles a prick?
No, I'm saying the fruit of the pineapple itself has sharp prickles. I am not playing with pineapples. But what I'm saying is I think it's funny, just because I was mostly talking about Echo runs his show very organized, and he doesn't like, from what I extrapolated, and I've said this to his face, he doesn't like people interrupting or talking too much or derailing this topic of conversation. I like the way he runs his show, but I just think because you have the power to do that, I was just imagining Echo's pineapple head exploding if you ever did that. I know you wouldn't because I feel you're a trustworthy person.
Well, what's funny, Ash, as we're speaking right now, I imagine Eccles quickly going into his StreamYard account, removing me as admin,
Removing you
just to make sure that I
just
don't
to
do
make
it.
sure. We got some shows coming up this weekend.
Yeah, you controlled the show.
Is that correct? Sorry, G-Rob, you have a wrench in BYB's chat. Do you have control of StreamYard right now?
We're not talking
No,
about control of
no.
StreamYard.
As a mod, no, that's not how it works. Even a managing mod would not have control of anything to do with StreamYard. They're not connected.
Nobody has to have control. This is not about control of StreamYard. If StreamYard was working, that was how I would have talked to Ashley. But StreamYard wasn't
StreamYard
working.
was
So I
working.
went to the live YouTube stream and I put in a chat, and then you timed me out because you thought I'm Roachy, I've got a wrench, I'm the big kahuna around here.
Okay, guys, I just figured out what I think happened. I think Shmuel sent himself an old Evo Mux link and or StreamYard link, not for me. And that was the crux of this whole situation. But wait, guys, this gets real.
I'm going to time out this little guy. That's what you did. You know, look, it's been, I was told earlier today by one Mr. Sarah, ha ha ha, because
One Mr. David Sarah, who does nothing but lie about me last night, literally last night, saying that I'm taking down channels again. When we all know I don't know how to take down channels. Even if I did, I would not. Look into my eyes. I don't steal money from people. I would never, ever put a block in front of somebody receiving money. I would never take money from people. I would never promise money to someone and not pay them.
Roachy fucked with you. And that's what happened. But let's just say, I just want you to say, you fucked with me. That's all. I don't want you to get you're all high and mighty about, you called
wait.
I don't think you're high and mighty, are you? Like, I don't think you were planning on fucking with him, but tell me the truth for real.
Ash, again, the truth
I
is
believe you.
what I've told you already, but I'll say it on the stream, right? He called you dumb in your YouTube chat. I timed him out for 5 minutes. I'm thinking he's about to be brought up on stage. You said earlier on in the show, I'll send Shmuel the link because he wants to meet John. He sends a super chat saying, I'll be willing to take that link, Ashley. You go, okay. And you sent the link on stream, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll time him out for 5 minutes. You'll bring him up on stage. No issues whatsoever. Shmuel won't even know because he'll be on stage. He'll put his phone down or, stop typing in the YouTube chat because he'll be on the show he wanted to be on, bear in mind. Underline, the bottom line of all of this is Shmuel was angry he couldn't get on a stream with Ashley Cummings and stuttering John Melendez. Now, this was your first stream.
Do with that information what you will.
Well, what's funny, Ash, this was the first time you had Stuttering John on, right? I thought you did wonders by allowing John to tell the stories he wanted to tell. Now, irregardless of what John told in those stories, like whether he should have told those stories or not, that's irrelevant.
I mean, I learned a lot about sexually transmitted diseases. We can say that.
Well, so what's funny is you didn't cut him off. You didn't say, John, like, as a female and as a friend, I'm going to tell you, this is not a good look for you to say this on a YouTube show that could potentially be seen by millions around the world. That you're saying that you had genital warts on your first sex.
I just felt like this is a story he's told a million times. This is like part of his shtick, part of one of his bits. Like I was just okay, because he's a stand-up comedian, right?
Yeah, that's true. No, so Ash, you're a big Red Bar fan, right? And
I'm a fan of Mike and Jules, to be clear.
Yeah.
I have said publicly many times, I don't share all of his opinions. I don't even know. Like he was focused on the Dabbleverse. I didn't even know what the Dabbleverse was, but I've been covering Mike and Jules for 3 years.
So that being said, is it fair to say that Red Bar has a completely different audience than what we have on YouTube and the Dabbleverse, right? Is that fair to say?
No, that's not a fair statement. We can talk about that after. Mike and Jules do something totally different, but okay, go ahead.
Well, so what I was getting at is, and where I'm coming from, is Stuttering John had the opportunity to do a show with yourself. And as a man, myself personally, I don't think he was correct in telling that story of sexually transmitted diseases, because this is a man who's just about to turn. Yeah, this is a man who's just
I don't understand how people think he was flirting with me by telling these stories. I'm like, If you want to make a girl run away as far as possible, that's what you'll do. You'll talk about your STD.
Well, so what I was getting at Ash, is
So
maybe
two
there's a
things can't be
potential.
true in this case.
So what I was getting at is maybe there was a potential that your show with John could have been covered by somebody like Mike from Red Bar or anybody else that covers things, not just like Mike David or anybody else that has a slightly bigger audience or a different audience than the Dabbleverse, and they would have gone, "Oh, it's Stuttering John Melendez from the Howard Stern show. Oh, I wonder what he's been up to. Oh, it turns out he's been up
He's
to
been
the
up
same thing he's
to
always been up to."
crabs and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Which is not a
wait,
good
what was
look
the
on
other
John. But anyway,
one? What was the other one? I can't even remember.
didn't he say he had lice, right?
It was
yeah,
was the crabs
crabs,
one.
and then
Shrimp.
genital warts. Sorry, forgive me. Yeah, genital warts, which he
Okay.
said he had frozen
Do you
off.
have anything
Right?
else to
Which is
say?
fine.
Can we switch the subject?
Well, so Ash, this is the other thing as well. Thankfully, I don't know this to be true or not. Touch wood, I haven't ever had to experience genital warts, but from all accounts, from what I've seen, everybody saying in YouTube chats and other shows, apparently they never go away. Apparently you can freeze them off, but you still always have that in your system, which is crazy. I don't know whether that's true.
I haven't eaten, but I still feel nauseous. He said something about vinegar. I mean, let's just move on, shall we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait,
None of that happened.
Shmuel, 2 seconds ago, you were saying he's gatekeeping. And what you guys are referring to is gatekeeping Ashley Cummings.
What does that mean?
So I'm going to butcher this.
What you two are referring to is gatekeeping Ashley Cummings,
Right.
but what does he mean when he says it in that tone?
So what he's alluding to there is me. I'm telling you what to do, and I'm telling
But you weren't.
exactly who to have on your show and who not to have on your show. And with that, Shmuel thinks that because I timed him out in a YouTube chat, that means that stopped your ability to go, oh, add Shmuel to stage on StreamYard, which is not the case, right?
As far as
Because-
I know, and I'm 99% sure that I am correct. The way I sent you the link, the way I've sent you the link before, the way I've sent Shmuel the link, Shmuel's been on the show, is the same exact way I do it every time. I don't go back to old links, even though I guess BYB has a.
Ash,
everyone can have
an experiment right now, right? As I'm
Sure.
speaking, right? Let me
Well, I want to
sign
finish this
into
clip, but what's the experiment?
No, the experiment is this. I'll sign into my alt account because my main account is blocked, but that's a different story, right? I'm going to type in your YouTube chat, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
And I want you through StreamYard to ban me, right?
I don't even know if I can ban people on StreamYard, by the way, but okay.
I just typed out hi, right? But
Hold on.
remove my wrench, whether it's through YouTube or whatever, and ban me from the chat.
Okay, so you're saying hi. I see
Yeah.
buttons. I can delete your comment. I can put you in timeout, or I can ban
Okay.
user and delete.
Right. Ban user. Yeah, please. That would mean I will lose my wrench.
Are we doing the 300-second test? Okay, you want me to ban you?
What we're doing, Ash, is we're proving that you banning me in a YouTube chat doesn't remove me from StreamYard. It has nothing to do.
Okay, hold on. I'm banning you right now.
Go ahead.
But I don't know how to unban. You're gonna have to teach me that.
No, that's fine.
So I just banned you.
There you go. See, and it says in StreamYard right now, Roachy
It
will
says
never die.
Roachy will never die. Was
and their comments
banned.
have been removed. Right. So you notice, Shmuel, I'm still on StreamYard. I'm still on stream. Now, if I was backstage, I would still be backstage. YouTube chat has nothing to do with StreamYard.
See, this became an informational video as well. Should I unban you now?
No, you can do whatever you want. Keep your wrench. I don't mind. Just, I'll tell you later to unban my main account.
Well, now I don't know how to unban you because I don't see the buttons here. Hi, Echo. We love Echo.
I mean, are you like fighting over Ashley Cummings to see?
No, he
have ownership of her creation. What?
Oh, Roachy may think he does, but you gatekeep me from getting on with Stuttering John. That's what you did.
So this,
Right.
wait,
So
hold on.
just
This
to
is what
clarify,
I want
right?
to
Yeah,
back
pause it,
up.
pause it, pause it.
This was not about me. This was about Stuttering John,
Hmm. Now,
right?
what's weird? What's weird, Ash? Is he's accusing me of gatekeeping Stuttering John and yourself away from Shmuel, when in actual fact, Shmuel was trying to use you to get on a stream with John.
There's a line that's coming up. I just wanted Ashley to say my name. What? I've said your name a bunch of times in real life, on streams, etc.
This is the first time Ashley had Stuttering John on her show, and you
Right.
thought it was appropriate for you to go on that show.
So that's the real issue then. That was your problem. Your problem wasn't that I was
And I
having,
timed you
they
out in a
called
YouTube
Ashley
chat.
dumb, that any of these things. You were pissed off that I got a
Shmuel,
link because you didn't think I belonged on there. So that's why you timed me
Shmuel,
out. Because I
you,
said the StreamYard link wasn't working. So obviously you knew I couldn't contact her on StreamYard, and this was the way to do it.
you,
But you didn't want me to be on there. So that's why you did this.
right, just to clarify, right? You were backstage
You
whilst
keep
John.
saying clarify, clarify. We've
Clarify,
clarified.
clarify.
The
Right, so
StreamYard
you were
wasn't working. You have
backstage
no
on
control.
StreamYard, right?
Jesus fucking
So I didn't stop you doing shit. Ashley didn't bring you on screen. That's Ashley's issue between you and her. Nothing to do with me. Me timing you out in a YouTube channel chat has made you spiral like this now. And like you said, I'm not gatekeeping. I was just
You're
fucking with you.
gatekeeping. You're
And now
all
Well,
right.
you're on the
So
show.
it
Getting
sounds
laughed
like
at.
there might have been a tech problem. It sounds like
Roachy.
you
No, it
and
sounds like
Ashley did.
Roachy, you were fucking around because you timed me out on YouTube, right? Did you time me out on YouTube? Did
Yes,
you?
Shmuel, we've established
And
this. Do we want
right.
to say the
So you
word
time me
clarify?
out on YouTube. But that's so. And why did you time me out on YouTube?
Because you called Ashley dumb. We've
I
already
did not
spoke about
call
it.
Ashley dumb. I
Yes, you
never called
fucking did.
Ashley dumb.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. See, look, if you're not going to tell the truth, then there's no point in having the conversation.
So,
You wanted to fuck with me. You fucked
Ash,
with me. You
Shmuel,
won. What can I say? That's all, Roachy. There's no point if you're not going to tell
I
the
just want to be clear before we move forward. For every
mhm.
record, you weren't trying to fuck with him, correct?
No, again,
truth.
sorry, Ash, I'm at that moment while I've got a wrench in your chat. Okay, I'm looking out for people doxing people's addresses because the thing that people like to do with Stuttering John while he's on the show. So if I've got a wrench, I've got to make sure to time that out, right? And apologies, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why the video is so rubbish is because I quickly downloaded it before we went live, and I don't think
It's
it
not really
downloaded in
rubbish,
1080.
is it?
But
Anyway.
yeah, I think it's because it was ripped poorly, and I downloaded it in a poor quality. That's why. Yeah, nevertheless. So I time him out being just a good mod, right? He spirals, but did you just notice there because he wasn't winning? He changes his tack. He goes, "Hey, Roachy, there's no point in arguing." But wait, Shmuel, you pulled over on your Sunday afternoon. You could have been out doing your groceries and stuff. You're in your car. I'm sat in this very spot right here in my living room doing a show with Quad. You pulled over. You were that angry enough 24 hours later to pull over and argue and accuse me of gatekeeping. And now we are here a couple of days later with Ashley Cummings after
On a
she's seen
Sunday
me.
afternoon, and Shmuel's pulled over on the what side of a highway somewhere. Like this is when I got. I will frankly say I started to feel like I was laughing. Who's covering it last night? I don't think you were in the chat. It was someone. It was Dan. Nice Stupid Podcast. Dan, Nice Stupid Podcast covered this with Win by DiCaprio guy. And I had never seen it. And I was laughing because I had smoked weed. But then I started to feel bad. I was like, I don't want them fighting. And it was very much a miscommunication. Like I definitely sent
Well,
that link. I didn't.
so Ash,
Yes, sir.
I'm this type of person, right? So our first experience with each other was, hey, we've met in, everybody probably knows this now, Discord, right?
Well, no,
You
we
straight
met.
away,
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, we
yeah,
met in
as
Discord.
in, as in
The first
once
time we
me and
ever
you,
like spoke to each other.
yeah, me and you spoke, right? So I at you in Discord going, "Hi, Ashley," and straight away you went, "Wasn't you the person that called me the C word?" And I went,
Sounds
"Yes, I
like
did.
me.
Yes, I did. I can explain if you join the voice chat, right?" That happened. We had that discussion and it was sorted. I believe it's the next time we speak, which is a day later, maybe, or maybe a week later. I forget the timeline. I say to you, I hear you do yoga. Somebody else, who I won't name, said, "How much for a class?" You gave a price, which we won't say. That person said, "Okay, I'll pay you right now." And then from that moment onwards, you were pestering me to do this yoga class. Now, I could have been an arsehole and gone, "We have to do this on YouTube to create content." But I
No, you
didn't.
couldn't have. How could
No,
you have done that?
right. Well, this is the thing. I could
Someone
have
paid me
done.
to teach you yoga
Mhm.
on Zoom. There's no way
Well,
that you could have done that, and I gave a
this is the
very
thing
low
though, Ash.
price.
I could have asked for you to do this on a live stream. I
You could
didn't.
have, but I would have charged more.
And not only that, you would have told me no, because that's not how you do things, right? Like
I
you said,
really
it was
don't. I mean, besides the idea that you and I have discussed about having like a donation Dabbleverse yoga class, no, I prefer to do one-on-one stuff. People act differently. People have private stuff they want to say for many
Mhm.
reasons. It's not, but to do a public like donation online class is definitely something I'd be into.
Well, exactly. But what I'm getting at is, I not at one point was trying to use you for clout or like a stepping stone or anything like that. Yeah, if that makes any logical sense. Yeah,
They
I'm not
put you
trying
as
to.
like the sacrificial lamb
Yeah,
in a way.
I'm not trying to use you to get anywhere. Yeah, and I'm also not trying to keep you down. Yeah, prime example. I was
Keep
around in
me
your.
down, so I'm down. Okay.
No, what I mean is
I'm
I'm not
kidding.
trying
I'm
to.
kidding.
No, no, what I'm saying is, Ash, I'm not saying to you, for example, which I have done before, yeah, on your YouTube channels. I'm not saying, "Hey, Ash, don't trust this person here, Chad Zumuk." I don't need to do that because you already are aware of that. I'm not saying, "Hey, Ashley."
Oh, Chad, the guy that's suing me for the violations that have
Mhm,
attached
yeah,
videos of crimes that he's
yeah.
committed.
I'm not saying to you, "Hey, Ashley, don't do MLC." Yeah. The only thing I'm telling you is, Ashley, anybody you have on your YouTube channel, do not pay them. That's the only thing that I request, including
I'm
me.
trying to think if I paid anyone, Roachy.
Exactly. That's the only stipulation
I
I
will
will
say,
give to
well, I'm
you.
going to save
Yeah,
it for
as a
something
friend.
later.
Anyway,
But thank you very
that
much.
that being
Um,
said, if you
except
do pay
Roachy,
anybody,
right? We pay Roachy.
well, no, this is the thing, Ash, right? If you do pay people, it's none of my business. It's just the idea of trying to explain to you, as you've experienced before, somebody like Brennan, right? Remember, Brennan has paid you. He's also told you that he wouldn't pay you a cent because you done Keanu's show when you did, and you got X amount in super chats. What is it, 14
I would
bucks?
like to raise my hand in class, please.
Yeah, so go on. Okay.
You have to call on me. Teacher,
Yeah, go on.
you have to call on me. Yes, Ashley.
Ashley, please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor. So I am I don't like so I wouldn't take someone's time unless they wanted to be on for free. I don't have a ton of I'm not Kevin Brennan YouTube rich, right? So I don't have a bunch of money to offer people to come on, but I also am not a show that's had a lot of guests. So the people that have been on have wanted to be on, they haven't asked me for money. But I don't agree with you fundamentally on not paying people. Like, for example, if you want to keep coming on, I think there should be a structure to be very clear about the one person in the show, that fucking girl that you can look at on whatever, the you know who I'm talking about, that I did 8 shows with.
Hmm.
She offered me $100 and she asked me to do a weekly show with her. And so instead of $100 every week, because I did kind of want to like find a co-host and I didn't know anything about the Dabbleverse. I didn't know anything about Keanu and Ginu, whatever the fuck their names are. I psh, I don't know about them, right? So
Hmm.
I said out of my heart, like out of fairness. I said, because she paid me $100 the first time she asked me. I said, moving forward, do you want to just split whatever the super chats are? And I think that's a fair thing to do if two people are doing a show. Okay. So there are different ways and different strokes, different folks, but I would never be a bitch asking for money and then have someone come on my show and not pay them money if they need money, especially. So like for you, I feel like you should get a portion of this, but you keep saying no. To talk about the John thing.
Oh, Ash.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to cut you off. Right. So this is a me thing. This is nobody like. This is not like. Right. If you want to call
I
this,
think people should be compensated for their time. Period.
Well, no. Right. So this is a me thing. What have I brought to this show? Right now, we're 55 minutes in. What have I brought to this show?
You bought
Nothing.
it, or
no? What have I brought to this show? Nothing, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, I brought nothing, right? So therefore,
because
I
you're
deserve
being
nothing.
humble.
No, it's not called being humble.
First of all, you brought the video I couldn't pull up.
Yes.
Okay,
true.
so calm down. You're worth more
true.
than know your worth, guys, as well.
Ash, this is a me thing, right? It might be a case of Roachy's being humble, whatever the fuck. No, it's me. I think this is worth fuck all. Yeah, and no offense, Ash. I think it's funny that people have given you money because let's be real. Is this real content? If this was on HBO, would we watch it?
Do you even know what's on HBO right now?
No, in all honesty, no, I don't know. But nevertheless,
people would watch it. Why do you think I'm here?
Okay, maybe I'm wrong in that regard. But what I'm trying to say is this is not high quality content, right? Yeah, I don't think it's worth any money. Yeah, that's why. Hence, I'd never given you a penny until you had Stuttering John on. In which case, I go, oh shit, I was wrong. This is interesting to me. Let me give money to it. If you just watch me when I'm around the chats,
let's just fucking drop it, man.
The truth.
That's all. You wanted to fuck with me. You fucked with me. You won. You wanted to troll with me.
Makes no sense to me.
StreamYard wasn't working, Roachy. You keep going back to StreamYard. If Ashley
so you wasn't backstage then, right? You wasn't backstage.
So what do you think happened, Shmuel? Did you get like a partial StreamYard link?
I got a StreamYard link that said you're backstage, right? But their show wasn't connecting to it. The link that Ashley sent me,
she gave you an old.
That could be a technical difficulty on his end, by the way.
Link, yeah,
right, exactly. So I was trying to point because it said ended, whatever, and so what I was trying to find is that
maybe. Wait, Shmuel, maybe she did send you the right link. She sent you one she knew was no good.
Why that may be possible, but Ashley.
Okay, guys, just for every record, I don't have that quality, if you guys want to call it, of like a premeditative strangeness, especially when it comes to technology.
Unless she's lying.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Let's get sidetracked real quick. Have a look at your phone real quick. Oscar, give Ashley a call.
Okay, I'm not going to play these games.
No, I'm calling somebody else.
I'll call him myself.
Okay, ahead then. Go on.
Why do you want Oscar Electric?
Because he's claiming that he was going to call you.
You're live on the air right now. This sounds so awful. Can you turn off your background? Hey, I just told you you're live on the air. Do you want to be live or no? Okay, so you don't want to be calling in right now. Roachy just said you wanted to. Okay, then I'm going to hang up. Why did you think he wanted to be live? He did not.
So he was in your YouTube chat, saying, I'll call her right now. And I just called his bluff. And you called him. And to be fair to him, he answered. So there you go.
Still don't get it.
I don't think she is. I asked her that question just 10 minutes ago. And Ashley said, no, that's not what she did. She had wanted me to come on. She volunteered to send me the link. I didn't force her I put up a chat that said I'd be happy to get a link. All I wanted was for Ashley just to mention my name. That was
Right there. What was that? All I wanted was Ashley just to mention my name. I mentioned his name to John 4 times. I can look back at my 3. He goes, I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who that guy is. Did you hear what he just said? All I wanted
Yeah,
is
he
for
said
Ashley
all I
to
wanted to
mention
do
my
was actually
name.
say my name. So, what's
Say
funny
my
with that
name, say my name. If no
is
one is around you, baby. What?
well, what's funny, Ash, is that is a lot of the Dabbleverse, right? That's why people will super chat. They like to see their name being mentioned, or they like their comment to be read, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But surely, as a host or somebody that does shows, you've got to be better than that. Because if that's all you are is a YouTube chat, which bearing in mind I consider myself to be, you've got to be realistic and be honest with yourself. There, I don't think he meant to say what he said, which was all I wanted to do was for Ashley to say my name. Shmuel, as Ashley has said earlier in this show, you can call Ashley's private phone number. I don't even have Ashley's number. Don't want Ashley's number. But yet you can speak to Ashley whenever you want, I assume, as long as Ashley answers the phone. Like, so why would you want Ashley to say your name? The truth is, you wanted to get on a show with Stutter and John. Now, take that for what you mean it for.
So that's what I was super confused about last night because I was like, and I said this in the chat. Doom was there. I'm trying to remember whose chat it was. I said, to be fair, he could have. Oh, it was Dan. Nice Stupid Podcast. I was like, to be fair, he could have texted me. Like he has my cell phone number. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't understand him flipping out on you. But guys, we're just getting to the crescendo of all this.
Mm-hmm.
it. That's all I wanted. That's why I paid the $5 to do it. But she did send me a
Well,
link.
maybe Dan was right.
I'm gonna call all y'all out, all of you, and you can feel free to super chat now because things are coming. I'm gonna call all of you out, including Roachy, for
Wait,
super
what?
chatting me for the first time when fucking Stuttering John is on. That is weak.
Right about you. Maybe you're just a cloud chaser. You're just dead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I am.
Including Shmuel Buckman, by the
That's
way.
what I am. See, Roach, I get that you find that this is all so hilarious. And, I understand what you're doing, right?
Oh,
All
you
I'm
do?
asking you to do is admit that you did
What
it.
does he understand that you're doing?
He's saying that I am trolling him, right? Now, if timing somebody out in a YouTube chat is a troll, okay, fine. But again, that doesn't stop somebody, as we've already demonstrated. You timed me out. I assume, or you
I've
banned me
never
from
timed you out.
no, my chat and YouTube, yeah. I assume one, that makes me lose my wrench, and two, that means I'm still on StreamYard, because StreamYard and YouTube are two completely different things. But yet Shmuel can't comprehend that in his mind. And to be fair to Shmuel, he's not the tech savvy type guy, so I'm just being petty here. But nevertheless, he can't tell the difference between the two things. And he's too angry over the fact that he wasn't able to get on the show with you and John. Instead of going, hey Ash, were you fucking with me? Did you do this on purpose? In private, by the way, or even on stream. He hasn't done that as far as I'm aware.
No,
He
I've
just
spoken
comes.
to him privately. He's like, "Did you send me the link?" Actually, right before this, he
Mhm.
says at some point, I was on the phone with Ashley. I was like, "Yes, I sent you the link." He was like, "Well, people are saying that you sent me a fake link or not the right link." I was like, "I've done a lot of things in this Dabbleverse, including and but not limited to being embarrassing myself, probably embarrassing a lot of other people, being stupid, yelling, being over passionate. But one thing I don't do is lie or be strange. I just don't have the mind for it."
Yeah, you don't seem the type to. You don't seem disingenuous when you're on MLC, for example, clapping your hands, saying, "I'm getting paid right now." In a moment of going, "Hey, look, you can say all these things you want about me, Brennan, but I'm getting paid right now, as in like, the equivalent of a child putting their fingers in the ears, going, no, I can't hear you. Yeah, because like you said, you were just there for the money at that point, right?
You always equate me
Yeah.
to a child. Oh, you sing because it's a childish way to memorize things.
No.
Da, 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 da. No, that specific day, he was screaming at me and yelling at me. And yeah, maybe it was a childish response. But I just like tried to self-soothe myself. I'm getting paid right now, so I'm not going to worry about this.
So the reason why I'm saying that, Ash, is this: is you could separate yourself from that moment because all you wanted at that time.
Disassociation, I think it's called. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
there you go. But all you were worried about at that time, and rightly so, because you've explained this to me in private, is
Is
you wanted
getting
that
off
money.
that stream and getting paid because I
Exactly.
felt like I was being smacked around, but like not with a whip.
Yeah. But what you didn't do, also, you didn't lose your mind and just leave. You went, okay, I got to hold this out, do the show, then I get paid.
Yeah, it was my self-soothing exercise.
Yeah. There you go.
OG Mumbling Nick, thank you for the $5. Can you read that one?
2 seconds, Ash. I'll just go.
Oh,
So
can you see?
it says SJ bragging to Ashley about his genital warts and crabs reminded me of when Jake Hudson confessed to Ashley that he has a thing called hemorrhoids.
I don't remember that, Nick. Oh my gosh. I was just, where are we going with this? You know what I mean? Like, this is not like battle scars stories. This is not I don't even know if I can read this out loud, sir. You know, that kind of thing.
So
Um, and also, I don't know why you would want to tell any female this, whether you like her or not. I don't know why you would ever say that out loud, but different strokes, different folks, I guess.
so Ash, I don't watch a lot of Jake Hudson. Shocking, I know. Nor does anybody else. But I imagine
Who's
it went
Jake
something like
Hudson?
exactly right. But I imagine it went something like, by the way, Ashley, I have a thing called hemorrhoids, and I
I
believe that's
never
how
heard
that
that.
sentence probably went. Yeah.
But again, I don't know who that is.
Thanks for the $5.
Just to fuck with me. Not that you were like, not that I called Ashley Dom, not that there were all these other things. You just wanted to fuck with me. You did. And you succeeded in fucking with me. That's all. Right? But Ashley had me.
Wait. All right. Obviously he's not going to do that. You're not going to get that out of him. I don't know. Whatever he says, I believe. But Buckmanians, is this a thing? Are there such thing as a Buckmanian?
I have no idea. I don't do this shit for what other people want. I was doing it because Ashley asked me to come on. So
All right.
that's
Well,
all.
you're
And you,
all right.
Let's just, like, since we all like to be very clear about stuff, you were there, Roachy. I
Mhm.
didn't ask him to be on. He said I would be happy to take the link.
So I believe in the moment of you just trying to stumble your way through of what can I ask John
Stumble
next.
my way through stuttering.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite apropos, if you will. But nevertheless, I guy dress like Karmic X. I believe that you saw Schmill in the YouTube chat and went, "Oh, maybe I should send Schmill the link. I know he would love to meet you, John." Just as a conference, just as we do having a conversation, like I did just now. In my head, I'm looking at the YouTube chat and I saw Oscar going, "Okay, I'll call Ashley. She can do it right now." And I thought, wouldn't it be funnier if you called him before he called you?
Well,
And you
he
did it
said
on.
that he has a troll that's not him. So maybe that's his troll.
All right, okay. Well, in that case, then that troll was clever enough to know that I would do that, and then you just called somebody else, and that's not Oscar. So, to whomever you just called, I apologize. You're not Oscar. There you go. That being said, right, yeah. So I believe that you may have said the words, "Oh, I should said Schmill the link," which led Schmill to super chat you. I'm
No, I
willing to
think he
take the
super
link.
chatted first. I was only looking at the starred ones.
Okay, and
Her
again,
advisement.
and again, honestly, Ash, at this moment, as we're an hour and 10 minutes in, I'm thinking to myself, let's be real. Who really cares about this apart from you, Ashley? Because this is about you. Who else would care? Because no offense, Ash, I couldn't give a flying fuck, really. I just thought it was funny that Schmill come on BYB was acting the fool Somebody's clipped it. Other people have therefore made content out of it. They've entertained their viewers and whatnot, and we're doing that exact same thing now. But really, at the end of the day, bottom line, who cares apart from yourself and Shmuel? Nobody else.
So I don't care. Actually, I thought it was very funny last night on when I first saw it. I thought you might want to care, but you also did help me bring the video. But if you don't want to be here anymore, we can just take you off the stage.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm
I
saying
truly don't. I thought it was
so,
funny, and someone
no,
advised me to cover it, hence me covering it, and you know that.
so Ash, how
Yes,
do I,
sir.
without sounding rude?
I
Fuck
don't
it. There's
know.
no
Are you
other
able
way
to
of
do
saying
that?
it without.
Because we are here for a while, and this clip is like 15 more minutes or less.
Yeah, that's
So
fine. And
go ahead.
I'll say the long haul. But how can I say this without being mean? These are just words, right? And the great thing about the country you live in is you have freedom of those words, right? Yeah.
We're
I
not
don't
going to
have
go through
freedom of
this
those
one again,
words.
are we?
No. Wait for this, Ash. I don't have freedom of those words here. However, in my own country. However, I just say words and they are just words. Do they mean things that I'm saying or not? That's up to you to interpret them in which
Well,
way you want.
words fall under the
Yeah.
First Amendment, don't they?
I believe so, right? But I'm not familiar with your
Don't you have
American
like a
Constitution.
similar thing, like a First Amendment situation?
No, we don't have a First Amendment over here. In fact, for
You
example,
do not
I
have
can't.
freedom. You do not have freedom of speech.
No, we don't. We don't.
Okay. Well, we have monitored freedom of speech where, as I understand it now, you can get in trouble for things that you say or do or
But,
show, right? That
right.
was one of the things that.
So, Ash, I'll try and explain it the best way I can. But apologies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not the smartest person in the world. Something that I might find stupid and not entertaining, you could watch and go, "This is the most entertaining thing in the world." Now I can say, okay, Ashley, that thing you've watched is absolute garbage and rubbish. This is shit. Does that mean that you're wrong? No, it just means that I've given an opinion. What does my opinion matter? Fuck all. Really, it doesn't matter shit. Because who am I?
I couldn't agree more.
Thank you.
You
Go.
fuck, Roachy, classic cock blocking, I guess. But you're more important than I am.
What do you
You're
mean?
more.
You're the guy
Hey,
out
oh
there
no,
doing
threesomes. You can
You're
have
out there doing
all the.
threesomes
And you
all over
married,
the
sir?
place.
You can have Ashley. It's all to yourself, Roach. She's all
right.
yours. You won. Perfect.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Unlike you, Shmuel, I don't treat women like objects. Yeah.
Right.
Like she's a free woman. She can do
He
whatever
wanted
she
her
wants.
badly. Oh, you got to him, man. You really fucked with him. I like it. Cheers, mate. I hope you were fucking with him. I think that's funny.
Okay, so I think that's basically the end of it. But something just popped in my head. So no, I would never have covered this through my own volition. This was not my idea. Someone said, Ash, you should do this and cover it. And I was like, that feels a bit narcissistic. Hold on. I'm gonna take this out. So it's
Well,
just
Ash, I'll be fair, and hey, everybody can take the piss out of me. I had to put this here because my roof's leaking again. Yay! Anyway,
oh no.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I thought that was your piss pot. I'm just kidding.
No, my bladder's
You
empty.
don't have to get off the couch.
As we discovered before the show. Anyway, I will say this. My last statement there was I said, unlike Shmuel, I don't treat women as objects. Now I have to say,
I didn't understand that. That's why I was trying to have you mansplain this to me.
Well, okay, so
you can have Ashley. She's yours. Like neither of you can have me. By the way, what are you talking about?
And also, I'll be honest, Ash. I said that afterwards because I thought that would piss him off. I don't know what Shmuel's like with women. I really don't. So, if anything,
you and Echo, I don't know if Echo is still here, but it was a light-natured ribbing of him, right? What was that, a month ago, 4 weeks, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, that was a show that was rubbish, right? You come on that show as well, as you're aware, Ash. You joined 5 minutes before we started that show. The plan for that show.
Sorry, I was early.
Yeah, no, fine. Well, no, what was weird, Ash, is that day you weren't too sure whether you could do the show because you were busy, and it turned out that you could do the show, right? Then you showed up. The whole plan for that show was that shit talk Shmuel Buckman. We went, okay then. And because
But
you arrived,
before that, I made sure, like, you guys aren't really shitting on him because I don't want to do that.
well, this is the thing, right? So after you arrived, we go, okay, then let's shit talk Smule. But none of us really had anything to shit talk Smule about, right? So it become a bit of a shit show because, as you could probably imagine, me,
That's why
Echo,
Echo said, like, we could have used this on Saturday when I said something about Shmuel.
yeah, well,
I
exactly,
made a
right?
comment about Shmuel. He was like, something about my live stream. And I was like, are you sure it wasn't just you? And Echo, it was on Twitter. I goes like, Ash, we could have used that on Saturday.
So like that goes pear shaped. That being said, you asked me earlier whether there was anything between me and Shmuel beforehand. As far as I'm aware, no. Apart from, and I'll be honest, anytime that I see Shmuel's live and Eva, whatever her name is,
You're
her,
talking
him,
about
the trans lady, right? I believe that's what they want to be called, right? I will give that person shit in his chat only because that person reacts, and I think that's funny. But that's it, right? That's not against Shmuel. Fair
It's
enough.
not even against Ava. It's just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah,
It's
it's
for
for
the
the bit.
tooks. It's for the
If Ava
tooks.
doesn't, yeah, if
Did you just
Ava
go
doesn't
like
say
this? It's
anything,
for the tooks.
no, that's hypocrisy, police. But anyway, anyway, but yeah. So again, if Ava didn't react, I wouldn't do that. That being said, I have called Shmuel Buckman Joe Biden.
You call him
It
that
hasn't,
all the time. You know that
right?
Joe Biden was way less intelligent and equipped to do anything than Shmuel Buckman is.
That's your opinion.
Nope,
I'm
it's categorically correct. Joe
well.
Biden in the last 4 years he was president was the literal, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't even watch the news. How many times I saw that man poop his pants, fall downstairs, ride a bike, fall off a bike, try to just literally walk up plane stairs, couldn't do it. I mean, it was embarrassing. He was not mentally or physically fit to be in the position he was in, and I don't know how anyone can look in the mirror or say that that is not true.
Ash, that being said, I'm going to make the assumption there is plenty of time Shmuel Buckman has shat his pants. I'm sure Shmuel, if he had a bike, would have fallen off it at least once. Also, I've not seen Shmuel Buckman climb onto a jet airplane. So, like, those things can be true.
I
That
bet you
also,
he would not fall 3 or 4 different times going up Air Force One with people in front and behind him. Like, I could not believe it. This was in, like,
if
the first 2 years. No
Ash,
shit. Look, I don't get political, okay? I don't
well,
do left, right, blah,
yeah,
blah,
that's
blah,
fine.
blah.
Yeah. Okay, then. So, not political, just
But
on.
calling him Joe Biden is funny because of his eyes and some of the aesthetics. But I would vote for Shmuel Buckman to be the president before Joe Biden
Holy
after
shit.
the last 4 fucking years.
There you
And
go,
that is
Joey
really
C.
not saying a lot, just to
There
be
you go,
fair.
Joey C. I didn't ask Ashley to say that, but Ashley Cummings just said that she would vote for Shmuel Biden. Shmuel Buckman. Almost called him Shmuel Biden. Jesus, Shmuel Buckman over Joey C. There you go.
I didn't say
Uh,
over Joey C. I said
all right, okay then.
over the 4 years that Joe Biden was here, pooping and peeing in his pants and falling off and on planes
Well,
and bikes and trains and planes and automobiles.
but objectively, I can't even say the word. You could say, Ashley, right? I'm calling him Joe Biden. But if Shmuel looks at it this way, he can say, okay, then who is Joe Biden? He's been in politics for how many years?
Which
He was
says what? He's in
but he was
politics for
vice
like
president
50
twice.
fucking years.
But he was
Yeah.
vice president twice and the president of the
So
United States.
so it's what you call in this country a career politician. It means that
Yeah.
you have money from other countries in your pocket. Why do you think Hunter Biden was paid $3 million a year to smoke crack in Ukraine? And being paid by a Ukrainian company that had ties to his dad,
Right.
Joe Biden.
This is going in a direction that I didn't think we're going. What I was trying to
Okay,
get at
so
is,
I'm from Washington, D.C., so I don't do politics, but,
okay.
be careful what you say when you say certain things, but
Right, okay.
please do
What
proceed.
I was trying to get at is Shmuel Buckman could, in theory, look at it this way: is I'm calling him a guy who was twice vice president and also the President of the United States.
What do you think that means, being twice vice president? We had a vice president that couldn't even spell. His name was Quayle under Bush. Okay.
Ash, what
Being
that
a
means
vice
is,
president in this country in the last 15 years is not a huge thing to be.
Ash,
Yes, sir.
what I'm saying is, Shmuel Buckman can choose to look at it in any which way he wants, but he could also choose to look at it in this way. Oh, Roachy's saying, I'm this person that
Oh, I
twice.
see. It could be a
Yeah,
compliment.
that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, yeah. Right. Depending on
So
which way you look at it. However, I will be honest and say what you just said is my same sentiment, which is, oh, a career politician who's taken money away from the people from other countries or
our
trying to.
government shut down 2 days ago. Do you know that?
Yes, man. Yeah, yeah. Right. So I do have your sentiment on things, and I know you don't want to get political, so we'll move on in a second. So I am saying it in a trolley way, but in the trolley way that I'm saying it about Shmuel is this. There was a rumor that Joe Biden was given ice cream because apparently that soothed him because he was on an Alzheimer medication. I say that because Shmuel has wide eyes. That's the only joke.
Well, I've told Shmuel my song for him is, I got the feeling that somebody's watching me.
So
It's not Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson's in it. Yeah,
yeah, the
people have
song
different
looks great.
eyes, and his eyes do pop sometimes. I um, I think it's funny to joke about. You guys joke about everything about me. People joke about people, you know. As Shmuel would say, lighthearted ribbing, right? And I think the takeaway, tell me if I'm wrong, is that you're trying to give Shmuel Buckman compliments that he's just not wanting to receive.
Well, what's really happening here, Ashley, is Shmuel Buckman was looking for attention, and we've given it to him. We've given in, and we've gone, here's the attention you wanted. Prime example, somebody who will not be named said to you, maybe you should cover this because this was about you. Therefore,
No. They said because it was funny and da 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 da. Like I would
yeah,
never
but
have covered this through my own volition. Never.
no, but ultimately it is about you. So wouldn't it be better to have your opinion on the matter? Because let's be honest, you
If we
had
went
two.
through everything, I would have my opinion on the matter. We would be here for months. Come on.
True. But that being said, ultimately it was two boomers, two nothings arguing over Ashley Cummings.
Well, it was more like I wanted to set the record straight that I sent Shmuel the link. You were there. And I also don't think that you meant to, quote unquote, cock block him.
Well, that's the other thing too, right? What does that mean, Ashley?
So the way I understand that is a cock block. The only way I can actually visualize it is if you're like at a bar. Say I'm at a bar and a guy's hitting on me, and then another guy kind of like swoops in, like, "Hey, Ashley, like, can I get you a drink?" And like literally gets in front of the other guy to talk to
Mm-hmm.
me. That's cock blocking. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know about like online cock blocking, but
So, and from my understanding, right, Shmuel Buckman is married.
yes, and he has a beautiful wife.
I'm married. Now, you've only got my
I
word
bet your
for
wife
it.
is beautiful.
You could have that opinion. That being said, you only know that because I've told you that. I wouldn't have my missus come on camera, and I assume Shmuel would do the same with his. That being said, why would he use that term, I cock blocked him from you? That's the
No,
wrong
I
term
don't
to
think that
use.
was his term, to be honest. That was the clip. It was thanks
That's what he
to
said.
MGD.
No.
Oh, he
That's what
did say
he
that? The
said that in the
title of the
clip. He
video
said,
was cock block. I didn't
yeah,
hear
but
him say that.
he said the words, Roachy, you cock blocked me from Ashley, which is funny because that's why I started laughing because I went, you Shmuel clearly don't understand the meaning of that term.
What is your version, or what is your working definition of cock blocking?
Almost exactly what you said there, which is stopping another man getting with a woman. That's cock blocking. That would be like somebody's having a good time chatting a woman up, and somebody else comes along and purposely sabotages that man's game, flirtatious way of getting with that woman. Yeah, right. That is not my intention, by the way. I couldn't give a flying fuck what Ashley
Well,
does
you're
or
both
anybody else.
married men, so neither of you are allowed to
Yeah,
cock block each other over me.
Ash, like
I don't think either of you want to, by the way.
Ash, when we did the yoga session, yeah,
Which
not
session?
once, not once did I say
Oh,
anything.
yoga session.
Yeah, the yoga session. Not once
Oh,
did I say
well,
anything.
besides when he told me to take my trousers off. No, I'm just kidding. He never did that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He couldn't
No,
have been
I didn't
more
say anything
professional
inappropriate
and
apart from forgive me, I forget your dog's name, right? But I said to you,
Honda.
Honda, at one point, it looked like he was about to try and hump your leg, right? But that was
No,
just because
my dog
no,
doesn't hump my leg. Stop
I
making
know
up
he doesn't.
stories about my
I,
dog. I'm going to cut you
I,
off right there.
I no, this is the thing, right?
My
So that's
dog
what
likes to do yoga. Honda,
this
you know
right. So
what? He knows you're talking about. Come here. You tell him
well,
yourself. Yella, yella, yella. Up, up, up. Come here. Up, up, up. You should tell him yourself. Do not speak about me this way. Come here. Enough rumors on the internet. Yella, yella. Up, 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 up. He says, listen, there are enough rumors about me on the internet already, sir.
I know,
Please
yeah.
do not
So,
make any more.
so
I
Ash,
am. I'm.
now
No, we're not listening to you right now. Hondo just cock blocked you.
so no, what's funny, Ash, is you reacted the exact same way you did during that yoga class, which I knew you would, right? You're defensive of your dog, and rightly so. Now, that is an inappropriate joke for me to have made, but I was trying to lighten the mood. Yeah. As soon as that happened in that yoga
Jokes
session,
about animals or children will never ever be funny or lighten the
exactly,
mood for
right?
me.
So at that moment, I knew where the line was, right? Have I ever made reference to that at all until right now? No, not once. But to prove a point, right? For anybody that's watching this who's trying to
Oh,
figure out what's going on,
interesting. Look at you, Scorpio mental mind. To prove a point, what?
to prove a point for anybody that's wondering what's going on right now, yeah, this is purely a respectful, what's the right word? Friendship, relationship,
Well, I
whatever
would
you want to
say
call
if
it.
you're trolling me, it's the like what's the word I want to use? It's the sweetest way you can troll someone, I guess. I've
Ash,
been explained that
the-
there are different ways to troll, but again, Roachy, I've told you in
yeah,
on screen, live when we're not live, live when I don't think we're live, on in messages. I trust you. You've never done anything to break my trust. And so when people are like, Roachy doesn't like you, Roachy says this, and Roachy talks shit about you, it's like, show me.
Ash, I how
You've
do I
been
say this,
very
right? So
straightforward with me. And like that's the way I deal with people.
so right, how can I be clear with this, right? So our
You
interaction
did bring
started
up
off.
the John payment thing. Do you want to get to
Right.
that?
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead. Go on.
Well, were you going to say something? Because it sounded like you were pontificating there for a bit.
Right, yeah.
Are you
So
reading books? Are those books to the left of you?
to the right of me, you mean?
The left of, or is the other left?
No, this here is just a container to
Dog
catch
bowl?
water. No, I
Are
don't.
those
Honestly,
books?
Ash, does it look like I read books?
Well, I don't know. Those look like books. What are they?
What here? You mean
The other way. Right to
this
the,
here?
yeah, that's a
This
blue
is a
thing. What's
this
the
is a
other thing?
chocolate. This is
Crate. Okay,
this
copy
here.
that.
Yeah, this here
That's
is
not
an
a stack of
ashtray.
books. What is it?
That is some form of ashtray. It's like a
Oh,
clay
okay.
thing. Yeah, right.
Ashtrays
And
on
this is my
ashtrays on
cigarettes.
ashtrays.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Copy.
Yeah. In regards to books, no, I'm not a big book reader.
So just to get this clear, and I'll say it on my channel because I'm gonna say it on another channel, which you guys will know about soon. So you watched that whole thing, I think, on Saturday, right?
Yes,
And a
ma'am.
lot of other people do. I think it has like 2,000 views or something right now.
Yes.
The Stuttering John thing. So his channel in live, just everyone's fucking clear. His channel in live time got cut off, and then he asked me to go on my show, and I brought him on my show, even though I'd planned to do something else. It wouldn't have gotten as many views, wouldn't have gotten as many super chats. I don't care about that stuff, guys, as much. But so then he said he wouldn't accept money from me. And I made a joke on the stream. I said, well, check your Venmo. I sent you 500. Like I would pay anyone $500. I mean, unless it was like, you know, I'd pay $500. That CIA guy that's got the curly hair. His first name is A and his last name is B. He's on a lot of shows. He's got curly hair. And anyway, he talks about the CIA. He's married. Anyway,
guy that's done Roachy
Bustante, something Bustante. I would pay him $500. I would borrow it from someone or have someone invest in it because I think that would be a valuable show. But then John hits me up the next day. Ashley, can I get $50? I was like, for what? And he was like, well, I was talking to my friend and he said, you know, that you'd pay me $50 or that you said you paid 500. I was like, I made a joke on stream. I said, check your Venmo. I sent you 500, which was all like on the precipice of like, this was agreed upon. You were coming on my stream because your channel got struck. So when he sent me that, I was like, $50. I was like, first of all on the stream you said you would not accept money from me, and then secondly, no.
So,
and then he didn't know he had his channel back at that point, and he goes, "Well, moving forward, can we split the?" I just have this random. It comes out for everyone.
Wait, so just to
John Melendez is calling me right now. Should I pick up?
Yeah, but you got to tell him you're on a show, though. You got to say it.
Wait, hold on. I am live. Do you want to call in live? Hold on. Let's see. I don't know if he's watching or not. Hold on. Let's see. Hey, I'm live. Did you get my text?
Yeah, I'm not going live.
Okay. No, I mean, you're on the phone live. I want to make sure you know that. Did you want to talk, or I'll talk to you later? Or... Okay. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'll say I'm sorry that I couldn't do that show because the Yankees are playing.
Did the Yankees win? Were you happy?
I'm very happy.
Well, thank you for saying that. I accept your apology.
But on the Monday, we were supposed to do it, and he said, you know, you were busy. So I was like, okay, well, you know. Then you said Tuesday, and I said, yeah, but I didn't know that the game was going to be that night.
Totally cool. I'm not mad at all. I'm just going to wrap up this stream. And thank you for saying that. I just, as you know, I had the photo shoot thing and the work and stuff on Monday. So I thought we were like good on Tuesday. But I'm so happy you got your channel back.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know. I'm happy that I did. But if you want to come on tomorrow, it's my birthday.
Tomorrow's your birthday? Yeah, of course I will.
Yeah, so if you want to come on, the problem is like, you know, are you working tomorrow?
No.
All right, so I'm gonna do it at. I'm gonna be up, but I'm gonna do it at 2, which is 11 a.m. for you.
Perfect. So I'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Yeah, yeah, I love to have you on. I mean,
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. And everyone loved you.
Aw. So tomorrow, 11 my time. And you'll send me the link. You have my email, right?
Yeah.
And we have to do like a happy birthday thing.
Yeah. So I'm having you. I'm having Laura. I'm having Rough Soul. It's going to be a whole birthday show.
Okay, awesome. I'll call you when I get off this live, okay?
All right, sweetie. Love you.
Bye. So tomorrow's going to be John's birthday.
So, Ash,
we don't have sound effects. But I'll be on his show at 1 o'clock. Well, 1 o'clock Eastern time, 11 my time.
So, Ash, it would be perfect if you could have John on. Now, I would disappear if that was the case and you wanted him on. I would do that for you. However, saying that, did I hear John correctly at the start? Did he say he apologized for asking you for money the next day?
No, he apologized for not showing up the next day on the live he was supposed to do.
Fair enough. Okay.
He did that on his live as well.
Yeah, I thought he did. I thought he did apologize to you when he was live. I saw OJ watching John. Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to plug? Are you and Echo doing shows tomorrow?
I don't think I am, but Echo is on tomorrow. Also, you got another super chat.
Cool. Thank you. Wait, I see Nick.
It's the one
Oh, there's a
underneath.
few. Danielle. Danielle, I love you. Danielle's my friend in England. Ashley, Roachy is pure vibes. My fave DV couple. Well, he's married. We're not a couple, but thank you, Dan.
Yeah, that's that. There's one. There's two more underneath that, I believe, Ash. There you go.
Danielle, I love you. Danielle, I'm live. Danielle's my best friend. She's my friend that I talk about that's 3 hours away from you. Just woke up.
And-
We don't like false accusations about Hondo over here. Amen. That's Hondo's auntie. You don't fuck. Age of Quarrel. I love you, Age of Quarrel. Can't spell Stuttering John without S. Can you read that one, Roachy?
Yeah, it's $2 from Age of Cool, or whatever his name is. You can't spell Stuttering John without STD.
Come on, guys. Easy, easy. Okay, so I'll be on the Stuttering John birthday show tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 11 o'clock PST. I got that right for one of the first times.
Ash,
Yes, sir.
I've got to say, you must ask Stuttering John this one very question on his birthday, which is, has his
How
son
old are
ever
you?
queefed in his face? That's the one question you got
I'm
to ask.
not asking inappropriate questions. What was
Well,
that?
I mean, I don't think it's inappropriate. I think it's a joking question, but you know.
Text me the question and I'll consider it. I love you, Danielle. All right, Roachy, thank you for being here and thank you for
No worries.
sorting this all out. And to be clear, Shmuel, I don't think should be mad at Roachy, and I don't think Roachy should be mad at Shmuel.
I'm not
Can we
mad at
do a
him.
truce?
Yeah, but and to clarify, right? We did Hughesy's show the other day, and afterwards, me
I
and
like that
Shmuel.
guy, Husey. I don't
You
know
don't like
why.
him?
He's just so funny.
Oh, all right, okay. So afterwards, me and Shmuel spoke, and we're fine.
Good.
And as Shmuel said, it
Oh, so
created.
since that clip, you guys have spoken.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But and again, me saying to you earlier after seeing you going live and not being able to connect things, I was willing just to come on to go, here's the clip and go. That's why I was very conscious of not talking too
You
much.
were gonna leave your couch? I don't believe you. I know
I'm
what you mean. I
fused to this
appreciate
couch.
you.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure doing the show, Ashley. There you go.
You're the best, Roachy. Thank you for being here and thank you for helping this work out. Bye, guys.